Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's hard level difficulty puzzle, and it's called Endleofan by Nicholas Duhale, who's a very good setter. I've done a lot of his puzzles, and a lot of them are just really top notch. Um, Anyways, let's get to the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region, which is a box. And within a cage, digits must not repeat and they sum to 11. So these 3 digits sum to 11, these 4 digits sum to 11, etc., etc. So it's just a very simple killer cage Sudoku, which I'm pretty good at. So hopefully it should be pretty quick for me. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link to the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, one thing I noticed about these 11 cages is they're always 3 cells or more. Therefore, they can only add up to 1, 2, and 8 as the largest digit. So, none of them can ever contain a 9. Well, in row 8, we have all of those digits in a 11 cage except for 1. So this must be the 9. That means there has to be an 8 in one of these cages. There must be a 7 in one of these cages. And there must be a 6 and a 5 in one of these cages to add up to 11. The 8 can only be with 1 and 2. The 7 can only be with 1 and 3. The 6 can only be, well, it could be with multiple ones. But basically, so let's take a look at all the 11 cages then. So 9 cannot be here. 9 in row 1 has to be one of these 2 digits. In row 3, 9 cannot be in the cage, so 9 has to be in one of these 2 digits. And same with row 4. 9 has to be one of these 2 digits. That means in column 2 and column 8, the 9 can never be in that column anymore. That doesn't really tell us very much. It just eliminates 9 here. That means in row 7, 9 has to be one of those 2. Row 5, 9 can be any of these 3. Okay, there's also the 4 cells as 11, which have to be 1, 2, 3, and 5. Since there are 2 each of 1, we have essentially a quadruple of 1, 2, 3, 5 in all of these rows and boxes here. That leaves the remaining digits as 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So we have 4, 6, 7, 8. 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This can't be 9. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 5. 4, 6, 7, 8. These have to be 4 and 6. That's the only possibility to add up to 11, because these cannot add up to more than 10, and 10 is the smallest. So this must be a 4-6 pair here, which eliminates 4-6 in the rest of the rows, 3 and 4, because we have a 4-6 pair now in both those rows. Also, this is 1, this is 1, so this cannot be 1 here, or 1 here, or 1 here, or 1 here. So one of these 2 is a 1. That means this cannot contain a 1 here. So this must contain a 2, right? This can't be 1 either, so this is also a 2. It can't be 3, 4, 5. It's 2, 3, 6, or 2, 4, 5. So this can't be 2. This is 3, 5. This is 4, 6. That leaves the rest of the digits as 7, 8, 9 in that box. This is also cannot be 1 because this is 1 and this is 1. So this must be either 2, 3, 6 or 2, 4, 5. So we know a 2 is guaranteed here. We know a 2 is guaranteed here. This can't be 4 or 6, so the 4 or 6 has to be matching here. This is a 2, 3, 5 triplet, which eliminates 2, 3, 5 in the rest of the column. So this is 7, 8, 9, this is 7, 8, 9, and this can be 7, 8, or 9. This has to be 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's just remove these outer ones. This is not helpful. I guess this is kind of helpful. So in each row that has 2. Oh, these add up to 22 here. So the remaining 3 digits must add up to 45 minus 22, which is 23, which has to be 6, 8, and 9. So this cannot be 7. This can't be 7, 8, or 9. So this is 6, which makes this 8 or 9 here. The remaining digits in column 5 have to be 1 through 5. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but no 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is either 5 or 6 here. We're not sure. This cannot have... Okay. 1, 4, or 6. What does that tell us? I'm not sure. 2 has to be here, which means this can't be 2. So 2 has to be here also, which means this can't be 2. 2 is one of these two, so this cannot be 2 here. Because 2 has to be one of these two. This does not have a 6. It has to have one of them be 1. You need a 7. So 1, 7, 3. One's 1, 7, 3. The other's 2, 4, 5. Well, this can't be 1 here. So if it's 1, this is 1, 7, 3. If it's 2, 4, 5, 2 cannot be here. 5 has to be... Actually, we don't know if 5 has to be there. This is 3 or 5. Or this is, I guess, 2, 4, and 5, and this is 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, right? This could be 1, 3, 7, or 2, 4, 5. We don't know which. Again, one of these is 1, 2, and 8. It cannot be here. It could be here, as long as this... If this is 8 and that's 1. Okay, remaining digits in column 9 have to be 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. 9 obviously can't be here. 9 can't be in. So what can this be? 2, 3, and 6 works. 2, 5, and 4. 2, 8, and 1. 3 can not be with 5. 3 could be with 7 and 1. 5 would not be by itself. So this is 2 or 3 or both. This is 1, 4, or 6. So 9's one of these two. Hmm. What else do we know from this? Ah, one of these must. Okay, so in every set of 11, every cage that adds up to 11, you're always going to have either a 1 or 2 in it, or both. But if you have both, it's going to be a little problematic, right? So if you have both here, that means none of these can be 1 or 2. So this can never be 1, 2, and 8, because if this is 1, 2, and 8, we have a 1, 2 in both column 3 and 4. We have a 1, 2 also in both columns 3 and 4, which eliminates 1, 2 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this is at minimum 3, 4, and 5, which is not allowed. So this cannot be 1 through 8. It's 1 through 7 as a possibility. And the rest of columns 3 and 4 cannot contain 1 or 2, because one of 1 or 2 has to be here, one of 1 or 2 has to be here, and 2 of 1 and 2 have to be here. That accounts for all the 1 and 2s. So this is 3 through 9, 3 through 9, and 3 through 9. Obviously, 9 cannot be here. 9 could be here. But yeah, there's that aspect, right? This, however... Oh, this is interesting. Where is the 9 in box 5? It has to be one of these two digits. So this can never be 9 here. Because these can never be 9 here. This will always have, the 11 will always have two digits from, it could be 128, 137, 128, 137, 146, or 245. So that's 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. It cannot be 245. So if this is 245, the problem is that these three digits would also be from 1 through 5. And we'd have 6 digits in this box, which require the digits 1 through 5. So this can never have a 5 here. It's always 6, 7, or 8 here. And we have all the digits from 1 through 4 and 1 through 5 accounted for in that box. So this cannot be 3, 4, or 5. This has to be 9 here. And we have a 6, 7, or 8 here. This can't be 1 because of the 1 in the row. So it could be 1, 2, 8. So this, I guess, could be 2 and 8. So again, this has to be... So this digit has to be exactly the same as this digit here. That doesn't tell us anything. This can't be 6 because of the 6 in the box. Hmm. One of these digits is 1 or 2. Actually, we know this is 2. One of these digits has to be 1 or 2. And we know at least one of these digits is 1 or 2. Because of that, this is 1. So that's the 1 in row 5. There has to be a 1 in row 6. And there has to be a 2 in row 6 also. And row 5. Well, we know one of the 2's is here. This must contain 1 or 2. If we had 1 and 2 here, this would not function, right? You'd have a 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, all in rows 5 and 6. That would mean this is the minimum 3, 4, 5. So this cannot be 1 and 2, which forces this not to be 1 and 2. This has to be 2, 3, and 5, which makes this 1. So this is 1, this is 1. This can't be 1. This has to have a 2. This has to have a 2, which means this cannot be 2 here. So you cannot have 2 and 8 here. 1 cannot be either of these. This must be 1, 3, 7 or 1, 4, 6. We're not sure which. 2 cannot be here. 2 has to be one of these two. This can't be 1 anymore. So one of these is 1. That's fine. Since this is 1, this cannot be 1 here. This is 2, 3, 5 as a triplet. What does that mean? I'm not sure. 1 cannot be here because of the 1 in the row. This can't be 2 because of the 2 in the box required to be here. This is either 1, 3, 7 or 1, 4, 6. The 2 in... Okay, this can't be 1. The 2 in column 3 has to be one of those 2's. That doesn't really tell us too much. Again, this is 1, 3, 7 or 1, 4, 6. Oh, wait. These add up to 44. We know these already add up to 36, right? Because it's 45 minus 9. 44 minus 36 for 4 digits, and 2 of them see each other. That means it's 8. 44 minus 36 is 8. The other one has to be at least 3. So that means you have a minimum of... Right, there we go. Okay, so since this adds up to 44 here for these cages, we know this row by itself adds up to 45. And 45 minus 9 is 36, so these 2 digits and these 2 digits must add up to 8. This is at minimum 2 and 3, so that's 5. This is at minimum 3, which is 1 and 2. So they must, and that adds up to exactly 8. So this must be exactly the minimum. So this is 2 and 3. This has to be a 1, 2 pair then. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the box. This can't be 1 or 2. These can't be 3 for the rest of row 7. So this is a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair here. This is 2 and 3. Therefore, I guess it could be 2 and 3 here. It's possible. But this is a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair. We have a 3, 4, 5 triplet in column 5, which eliminates 3, 4, 5 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 3 or 4. This is 1. This can't be 3, 4, 5. So this is 2, which means 2 cannot be here, 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 or here. This can't be 1 anymore. This is either 3, 7 or 4, 6. 8, if it has to appear, has to be here. Otherwise, this could be 1, 2 here. This could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know one of these two digits is a 1. Because 1 has to be here, 1 has to be one of these two, so 1 has to be one of these. This is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the remaining digits. 9 cannot be here, obviously. 9 cannot be here because one of these two is a 9. This can never be 8. This is 1 or 2. This can't be 2 because of the 1, 2 pair in the row. This has to be 3 through 9 in the rest of row 9, but this can't be 9, this can't be 9 because of the 9s in those columns. Oh. Because 9 is either here or it's here. Well, okay, so can 9 ever not be one of these two? Is kind of the question, right? If 9 is here, that means this can't be 9, so that has to be 9. If this is not 9, that means this is 9, which makes that not 9, and that has to be 9. So there cannot be a 9 in the rest of those boxes. Oh, that's interesting. Because of that, where's the 9 in column 6? It has to be here. So this is 9 here. Okay, that's fine. What else do we have? This cannot be 1, 4, 6. It could be 2, 3, 6, though. Okay. In each of these cages, we have access to two ones, and 3 twos. The 1 has to be 128 and 137 guaranteed. That leaves the other 2s. The 2s account for 128, and it must be 236 and 245. Right? So you can never have 1, 4, 6. It's either 2, 4, or 5. So again, in these cages, we only have access to 2 1s and 3 2s. One of them has to be 128, guaranteed. One of them has to be 137, guaranteed, because we have a 7 and 8 in row 8, and they have to be in the cages. Therefore, the remaining ones have to be specifically 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, and 5. So this is 2, 3, 6, and 2, 4, 5. This can no longer be 2 here. Where is the 2 in column 9? it has to be one of these two digits here, which means this is either 128, 236, or 245. It can never have a 7. So this can't be 2 here. One of these is 1. We know that for certain. This can't be 2 here. One of these is 2. One of these is 2. That's fine. So this is guaranteed to have a 2. It could be 128, 236, or 245. Huh. Hmm. Where is the 8 in column 6? Can't be here because it would have to have 2, 8. Can't be here because of the cage. Can't be here because it can't be 2 and 8. Has to be one of these two digits, which means this can never be 8 here. Can this ever be 1 then? I guess if it's only if it's 1, 2, and 8. That's interesting. So obviously either this is 1, 2, 8 or this is 1, 2, 8, but we're not sure which. Ah, interesting. Either way, this is 8 and 1, and this is 8 and 1. Right? If this is 1, 2, 8, this is 1, that's 2, this is 8. Or this is 1, which makes this 2 and that 8. So 1 and 8 are removed from that possibility in the row. So it has to be 1, 3, and 7 then here. Right? The 1 can never appear in row 8 then, except if it's with 8. Sorry. Well, yeah. It's kind of confusing with the double 8s, but if this is 1, that makes this 2 and 8. If this is 1, that makes this 2 and 8. So the 1 is always with the 8. So if you have a 1, 3, 7, it's always going to be 1, 3, and 7 here in row 8, right? The 1 can never appear in row 8, so it has to be a 3, 7 pair. That eliminates 3 in the non-3, 7 possibilities in row 8. I don't know if that tells us much, but anyways. So 3 and 7 can't be there. That means 2 and 6 have to be together. So this can never be 6 here, because it would have to be 2 and 6 here as a pair in row 8. Right? We've already counted for 1 and 8 have to be together. Therefore, that forces 3 and 7 to be together. So 2, 3, and 6 cannot have 3 and 6 be together. 2 and 6 have to be together. So it has to be 2, 4. And it has to be 4 and 5 together then. So this could be 2, 4, 5. That would force this to be 2, 6. So this is either 2, 4, 5 here, or this is 1, 3, 7. Oh, that's interesting. Um, Interesting. What can these be? If it's 1, obviously it can't be 1, 2, 8. So this would be 2. It would guarantee that it has to be 2, 4, 5. Therefore, this would be 6 and 2. This would be 8, 1. So this would have to be 1, 3, 7. Otherwise, if it's 2, this is 1, so this has to be 1, 3, 7. I think it could be any of them, though. 4, 5 works. Oh, that's interesting. If this is 1, 3, 7, that would mean this is 2, 4, 5, right? So this would have to be a 4, 5. This would be a 4, 5, 4, 5 pair. So if this is 1, 3, 7, that forces this to be 2, 4, 5. 4, 5's here, 4, 5's here. That eliminates 4, 5 in the rest of the box. So this is 3. This cannot be 3. This is 4, 5. This would have to be then, could not be 1, 3, 7. It would have to be 1, 4, 6, which makes this 5. This would be 2, 3, 2, 3. So this would be 4. This would not be 4. So this would be not 5. Huh. Ah, and we'd have a contradiction. So again, if this is 1, 3, 7, this is to be 2, 4, 5. This becomes a 4, 5, 4, 5 pair. That means this is a 3, so this couldn't be 3. But this couldn't be 1, 3, 7 because there's a 3, 7 here. So that 3, 7 pair would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. So this must be 1, 4, 6. Since this is 1, 4, 6, this is 4, 5. It cannot be 4 anymore. This is 5. That makes this 4, which makes this 5. So we'd have 2, 5, which would eliminate 2 and 5 here, which is not allowed. So this cannot be 1. This is a 2. This is 1, so this must be a 3, 7 pair. So 1 cannot be here. This must be 2, 4, and 5. So this is 2, this is 4 and 5. This must be a 1, 3, 7 triplet. So this is 1, 3, 7. This cannot be 3 and 7. It's 2 with 1 and 8. 2 with 4 and 5. It cannot be 2 with 3 and 6 because the 3 is here. Okay, so this cannot be 2 here, which forces this to be 2. So this can't be 2 here. We have a 3, 5 pair in row 3, which eliminates 3 and 5 in the rest of the row. This can't be 3 or 5. This is 1. This can't be 3 or 5 or 1, so that's 2. And this can no longer be 1 here, so 1 has to be here. 2 cannot be here, so 2 is one of these two. Four has to be one of these digits here. So does 5. That eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the row. So this cannot be 4 or 5. This is 6 or 7. This cannot be a 3, 7 pair. Because if it were, that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. This is a 4, 6 pair, which eliminates 4 and 6 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this must not be 5. Because if this were 5, that would force this to be 4. This 4, 6 pair eliminates 4 and 6 here. 4 has to be one of these two digits here. Hmm. Where is the 5 in box 3? It has to be one of these 3 digits. So this cannot be 5 here. Cannot be 5 here. Interesting. This is 4 or 6, so this cannot be 6 here. Um... Uh, hmm. What else do we have? Do we have anything else? Not particularly. Where is the 6 in column 4? It has to be here. So this is 6, so this cannot be 6. This cannot be 6. Does it tell us anything? I don't know. Not particularly. Hmm. We have a 3 in one of these cages in columns 3 and 4, and a 3 in one of these cages in columns 3 or 4, or one of these cells. So the rest of column 3 and 4 cannot contain 3. Hmm. Do we have anything else? Not particularly. Ah, if this is 4, that forces this to be 5. And this can't be 5, so this must be 5 here. But this must be 2, 4, and 5 to add up to 11. So this can never be 4. Therefore, this is 6, 3, and 2, which forces this to be 2. This can't be 2. This can't be 6. We have a 1, 4 pair. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 5, which means this cannot be 5 here. This is a 2, 3 pair. Does that tell us anything? Yes. Where is the 3 in box 1? It has to be here. So this is 3. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 7, 3. This can't be 3. This is 5, which makes this 4, which makes that 5. That means this can't be 4 here. This can't be 3. Therefore, we have a 4, 5, 4, 5 pair in column 5, which eliminates 5 in the rest, 4 and 5 in the rest of the column. So this is 3, this is 5, this is 3. This cannot be 3 and 6 anymore, so it's just 2, 4, 5 triplet, which eliminates 2, 4, and 5 in the rest of the box. So this is 6, this is 4. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 4. This is 6. This can no longer be 4. It's one of the 6s. This can't be 6. So this is 4, 7, or 8 here. This can't be 3, 5, or 6. This is also 4, 7, or 8. 7 cannot be any of these digits, though. This can't be 7. None of these could be 7. Um... This 5 eliminates 5 here, so this must be 8, which makes this 8 and 1. That makes this 4 and 5. This can't be 4 or 5. This can't be 4 or 5. This can't be 5 because of the 5 in the column. This 8 eliminates this 4-5 pair in box 8 eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this must be 7, which makes this 3. This can't be 3. This becomes a 1-7 pair. So this cannot be 7 anymore. This is an 8-9 pair, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the box. This can't be 7 or 8, so this must be 3. That means this can't be 3. This becomes a 5-6 pair here. This 4 eliminates 4 in the rest of the column, so this is a 2-5 pair, which eliminates 2 and 5 in the rest of the box. So this is 4 and column, so this can't be 5. This is 6, this is 5. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 7. This is 1. That means these can't be 7. So we have an 8-9 pair in column 7, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the column. This can't be 3. This must be 6. That leaves this as a 3 because we don't have any other possibility for there. So 6 cannot be here. 7 eliminates 7 here. That's 4, 8. Seven eliminates 7 here, so that's 8. Which means this can't be 8. This is 9. That's 8. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 9. This can't be 8 or 9, so it's 7, which makes this 8, which makes that 7, which makes that 8. None of these can be 8. This 7 and 8 in the row 4 eliminates 7 and 8, so this is 9. This can't be 7 or 9, so it's 8, which makes this 9, which makes that 8. This can't be 8, so this is 4. This can't be 4 or 8, so it's 7. 8 eliminates 8 here, so that's 4. 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 8, which makes this 7. This has to be a 6-8 pair. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so that's 6, which makes that 8. 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 9 and 7. 4 eliminates 4 here, so 6 and 4. 3 eliminates 3 here, 2 and 3. 2 eliminates 2 here, 5 and 2. This can't be 7 or 8, so it's 9. This can't be 8 or 9, so it's 7. This can't be 4, 8, or 9, so this is 5, which makes this 4, which makes that 5, and that leaves that as a 9. And that's the solution. Congrats, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, seemed like a kind of... It was probably slightly harder than challenging, but it still wasn't that bad. The logic behind it was fairly... If you know Killer Cage Sudoku, it's pretty straightforward. So... But, yeah, I guess I would mark this as hard just to be safe. I've done a lot of Killer Cage Sudoku, so it wasn't very hard for me. But anyways, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.